Hi! So if you don't already know who I am, if you're not one of my 5 friends watching this, my name's Haley. One of my New Year's resolutions is to do more of what I say I'm going to do. And I really have always been wanting to make YouTube videos about makeup because it's like one of my favorite things ever. And like clothes and thrifting and stuff like that. So that is what I'm doing today, right now. So pretty much I went to Ulta, actually let me grab my bag, and I got a couple things from Ulta that I never have tried before. So I'm going to try them on camera right now and see what I think about them. So I'm trying out 2 different things. I'm trying first the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless for normal to oily skin. I've heard on everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, anybody with oily skin talks about this foundation and says that it's amazing. So I definitely need to try this because my skin is super oily. I have huge pores, like no joke. So I'm really excited to try this. I've never tried it before, so this will be my first time. And then I'm also trying the NYX Shine Loud Global Citizen lip gloss. They're all over TikTok. They're like the matte lip gloss that doesn't transfer. So I'm gonna try this and see if it's as good as everyone says. So I'm just gonna put my hair back really quick. Really get started here. I'm not gonna put any primer on my face because I want to see what this does, and I usually don't put any primer on my face anyway because I've just never found one that I like enough to keep using. So I'm gonna do that first. I have my wet sponge. This is also new. I threw out the packaging already, but I got this at Ulta. It's like it's environmentally friendly, and I used it once already, and it's like fraying. I didn't even use this side, and it's already like fraying. So if you see this sponge in Ulta, don't get it. It's definitely not that great, but it's the only sponge I have now, so I'm gonna use it again. And by the way, I'm in shade light beige. I wasn't able to like swatch these and like find my right color. So I think I did a pretty good job. Look at that. Like, I think this should be a pretty good color match, so I'm excited. I just hope it doesn't oxidize because I have pretty yellow undertones. And when foundations oxidize, they usually oxidize like pink on me if they're cool toned or neutral. So this looks pretty yellow, like neutral toned yellow. So I think it's gonna be a good match. So I'm just gonna dot this on my face. To really try this out, I'm gonna use one side as this, I think it's a Sonia Kashuk. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. Sonia Kashuk, I don't know. But from Target, that like one brush makeup company that Target sells. I got this like forever ago from them, but I've used it before. On the left side, I'm gonna use a sponge, and on the right side, I'm gonna use a brush and see if it's any different. I usually use a sponge only for my foundation, but I'm just gonna see if there's a difference. So I'm gonna do the sponge side first. It doesn't dry down, and I've had it sitting on my face for maybe like a minute. But that's always nice when it doesn't get too dry. Especially saying it's gonna be matte. It's very easy to blend. Like that just blended in like 2 seconds. And it looks so good. Wow. Like definitely blurred my pores. So I have huge pores, and this definitely like, it didn't make them disappear. Like it doesn't make your pores disappear if you have big pores like I do. But it definitely has like a velvety layer over it. Like that definitely made my pores look smaller. So the sponge side looks great. It blended out in like 2 seconds, and it's like beautiful. So that looked really, really good. Now I'm gonna use the brush and see how that looks. I haven't used a brush in a really, really long time. It actually like gave me an even more blurring effect on my pores. Not shiny at all. It's definitely matte, but it's not like drying at all, which I like because I don't like when foundations for oily skin are super matte and then they like dry out my skin. Foundation looks great. I might add a little bit more though, just so I can... And I don't think I put enough on my side with the brush because it didn't get me quite as covered as the brush side, or the sponge side, I mean. Okay. Overall, it's looking amazing. I love how it blurs my pores and like makes my skin look so soft. It's definitely transferring though. Like I just touched my face and it came off on my fingers. So I'm definitely gonna set this because I've had it sitting for like a couple minutes now and it hasn't like set down or anything. So I'm definitely gonna set it with my powder. So I finally just set my face with powder. I did my concealer. I used the CoverGirl concealer and I used the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect powder to set my face. And first of all, the shade is like spot on. Like it's perfect. Like if I stand back, like you can, like it's perfect. Like to my hands, I think it's an amazing match. This foundation looks amazing. Like my skin looks airbrushed. I love this foundation. I think it's like a 9 out of 10, literally, especially it was only, I think like $7 or $8, maybe 10 max, but it made my skin look awesome. So now I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished my eye makeup and setting my face. My foundation looks amazing. I don't know if it's showing up on camera as good as it looks in person, but I think it looks great and I'm super happy with it. So my next thing I'm going to try is the NYX Shine Loud thing that's on TikTok, like this liquid lipstick shiny stuff that's supposed to like not come off. So I'm gonna try that now and see if it's worth the hype. I'm gonna get in pretty close. Okay. It's super pigmented and it slides on super nicely. Okay, so that went on super easily. This is the first coat. So I'm just gonna let this set and then I'm gonna go in with the shiny part. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit for this to dry. Okay, so I let it set for 2 whole minutes and it's dry. Like the first layer is dry. So I'm gonna put on the shiny one. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and not let my lips touch too much so that it just dries. It's super shiny though. It's super pretty. But you can see how shiny that is. So we'll see if this sets down and is transfer proof. So I'll come back when it's dry. Okay, so I've let this set after putting the shiny layer on for, I don't know, maybe like 8 minutes now. So I'm gonna do the thing and see if it's transfer proof. Okay, the color didn't come off, but like there's shiny gloss stuff on my fingers. So I don't know, maybe it needs to be set for longer. Overall, the lip gloss is okay. Didn't transfer, but the shiny stuff did transfer. Like the clear stuff transferred onto my fingers. Every time I touch my lips, the shiny layer comes off. So, I mean, is it just supposed to be a gloss? Like, I don't know. I thought it was supposed to be like non-transferable, like the gloss, like glosses down and doesn't come off. So I was disappointed about this. I would honestly save your money. There's lots of liquid lipsticks. Went on beautifully. It's nice, But if you were buying it for the reason that I was buying it for, which was to see if it was a shine that was non-transferable, like I wanted it to be, the shine wouldn't go away, like the shine was what was mad or whatever, like was sticking on and wasn't coming off, but it, every time I touch my fingers to my mouth, it transfers the shiny layer off to my fingers. So this is a no for me personally, but still a beautiful formula overall. This foundation though, the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, like my skin looks really good, like really flawless. Like it doesn't, it's matte, it's not transferring, but I did have to set it. So still a 9 out of 10 for this. I said 9 out of 10 earlier and I'm sticking to it. I think that this foundation is amazing for if you have big pores, and I have big pores. So take from me, this foundation is awesome. That's my review on those two products. I had a really fun time, really chill, just like making this video. I'm planning to make more, so if you want to subscribe, you can. I'll put my Instagram in the bio as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you watched the whole thing, like, thank you. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one. So let me back up maybe. I don't know. Okay. Recycled environment, it's like a recycle, so I have like, I don't know, for this to dry.